The President, please be seated.
Président, veuillez vous asseoir.
Next, may I ask a member of the bench, do you have any question to put to this witness? Judge Jean-Marc Lavange, you may proceed, please.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Mr. President.
Bonjour, Monsieur.
Good
Je vais
morning,
vous poser
witness. I'm
quelques
going to put
questions
a few
de suivi.
follow-up questions to you.
Tout d'abord,
First of
on
all,
vous a demandé ce
you
matin
were
quel
asked
type
this morning
d'arme
which kind of
vous
weapon
disposiez
you
quand
had
vous montiez la garde
when you would
au barrage
stand
de
guard
Trapeatma.
at the Trapeatma
Je n'ai
Dam.
pas bien
And I
compris
didn't
votre
understand
réponse.
your answer
Est-ce que
clearly.
vous pourriez nous
Can you
répéter
repeat your
le
answer,
type
please,
d'arme
and tell us
dont vous
which kind of
disposiez?
weapon you had
J'ai entendu
available?
F-15
I heard
ou
F-15
F-CKS,
or
je ne sais pas très
CKS.
bien.
I didn't really quite understand.
C'était une
So,
arme...
was it?
Vous nous dire quelle était son origine? Est-ce qu'elle
Where did the
avait,
weapon come
est-ce qu'on
from?
pouvait tirer un coup, plusieurs
Was
coups?
it a one-shot weapon, or could you
s'agit-il?
shoot several bullets at the same time? What kind of weapon was it exactly?
When I was guarding there, they armed
Quand
us.
j'y montais la garde,
That
ils nous ont
rifle
donné
was
des armes. Ce
called
fusil portait le nom suivant.
CKC rifle,
CKC,
and we could only
c'était un
shot
CKC.
it once at a time.
Et c'était semi-automatique. On pouvait ne tirer qu'une seule fois, à la fois.
Donc on ne pouvait tirer qu'une seule
you
fois, mais
could
est-ce qu'il y
it was a
avait
single shot
plusieurs
weapon.
munitions dans le fusil? Est-ce que
Were
dans
there
le chargeur?
several cartridges in the magazine, or not?
In one magazine,
Il y avait
there are around 10
un chargeur
bullets.
et 10 balles par chargeur.
Est-ce que vous savez dans quel pays
And do you
étaient
know
fabriqués ces
in
fusils?
which country this gun was manufactured?
I was told that it was
On m'a
manufactured
dit
in
que c'était
China,
fabriqué en Chine.
and it was commonly called
Et
CKC
on l'appelait
rifle.
couramment le fusil CKC.
Merci.
Thank you.
Vous nous avez expliqué que
And you
vous
explained
êtes
to us,
engagé comme
that,
soldat
you
et que
volunteered
vous
as
êtes
a
engagé
soldier
pour être un soldat
And that
absolu.
you volunteered to become
Vous
an
avez
absolute
expliqué que
soldier.
vous ne saviez
You
pas
said
exactement
that
ce
you
que
did
ça
not exactly
signifiait
know
lorsqu'on
what
vous a
this
proposé
meant
cet engagement.
when you volunteered.
Est-ce que vous pourriez nous dire
So
si vous
can you
avez prêté
tell
un
us
serment
if you took an oath,
particulier,
if you took any kind of
ou
special
s'il y avait un
oath,
engagement
or if
particulier
there was any kind
pour être un
of
soldat absolu? Et quel
process
était
that one
ce
had to
serment,
follow to
s'il y en
become
avait un?
an absolute soldier, and what was the oath if you had to take an oath?
The President, please hold on, Mr. Witness, and Counsel, you may proceed. Counsel for Q. Sampon.
La défense de Q. Sampon.
Mr. Kung Samon, thank you, Mr. President.
Merci.
Just would like to seek clarification on the testimony provided by this witness.
Petite précision
He said
sur ce que le témoin a dit.
absolute. So absolute doesn't
absolu.
mean in this context the
Dans ce contexte,
absolute soldier.
Ce n'est pas
We
un
want
soldat absolu.
to
Cela ne veut
my
pas dire soldat
recollection of the testimony of
D'après,
this witness,
mes
absolute
souvenirs de ce qu'avait dit le témoin,
members were selected
on
from
avait choisi
the
des
mobile
membres
unit,
absolus
and that person
pour
was
intégrer
an
l'unité
absolute
mobile, et cette personne
member from
était
the mobile
un
unit.
membre absolu de l'unité mobile. Le président.
President, witness is now directed to respond to the question put forth by the
Je
judge.
demande à présent au témoin de répondre à la question du juge.
For the word absolute, it means that they selected the absolute members. At that time, I was in the village. I raised my hand. We were ignorant at that time, and we did not understand what it meant by absolute. They only put this question out to us who were absolute. They said something like absolute in terms of construction of the dam, and then I simply raised my hands, and a few others raised their hands as well, and then they recruited us.
Alors, je comprends bien que
So,
lorsqu'on vous a recruté,
I understand that when you were
vous n'avez pas
recruited,
compris
you
quelle
did
était
not
la
understand
signification de
what
ce mot
the meaning
absolu.
of this word absolute
Est-ce
was.
que, par
So
la suite,
later on,
vous
however,
avez eu une meilleure
did
compréhension de ce
you
que
get a
voulait
better
signifier le
grasp
mot
of what
absolu?
this term absolute
Est-ce que
meant?
ça vous engageait
Did this commit you
d'une façon plus importante
in a stronger
que
way
d'autres soldats
then
ou d'autres membres des unités mobiles?
other soldiers or then other members of the mobile units?
Pourquoi disait-on absolu?
Why did
Est-ce
they
que vous l'avez
say
compris un
absolute?
jour
Did
ou
you
est-ce que vous n'avez
understand
jamais su
why,
ce que
or
ça
you
voulait
never
dire?
knew what this term absolute meant?
I did not understand. They only said absolute, and I simply raised my hand. And then eventually I joined the army. And then at that time my literal understanding was that we were absolute to join the army, and I joined the army in Smaj Rumdul.
Nous rejoignions absolument l'armée, nous étions les absolus et j'étais à Romdol.
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire, monsieur,
Can you tell us,
combien
witness,
de temps après la prise
how long after
du pouvoir par les Khmers rouges de votre région
the
vous êtes
Khmer
engagé dans
Rouge
l'armée?
took power
C'était
in your
peu de
region,
temps après le
you
17
joined
avril,
the army? Was it a little while
plusieurs
after
mois
the
après?
17th of April? Was it several
Est-ce que vous
months
nous donnez
later?
quelques
Can you
idées?
give us some indications in that regard?
ពួកខ្មែរក្រហមចូលបាននៅក្នុងភូមិឃុំរបស់ខ្ញុំចំនួន1ខែបានគេចលាបានគេរើសបាន
The Khmer Rouge came to my village for about a
Les Khmer
month,
Rouges sont dans-
and then
venaient dans mon village
they
pendant
announced
un mois.
to us that
Et ils nous
they needed people to
annoncé
dig the
qu'ils avaient besoin
canal
de
and
gens
build
pour
a
creuser
dam
les canaux et ériger les digues.
from Rahan to
Construire
Primon.
le barrage de
So they
Rahan
wanted
jusqu'à
to
Primon.
recruit people
Et, voulaient
to
recruter
construct
des gens pour
the
la
dike
construction
and dam over
des
there.
digues et du barrage.
Quand avez-vous intégré l'armée?
When did you join the army?
I constructed the dam with my sister for about half a month,
J'ai construit
and then
un
they
barrage avec
went
ma
to
sœur
the
pendant environ un
village,
mois.
and they
Et ensuite, ils sont
wanted
venus
to
dans le
recruit
village.
the absolute
Et voulaient
members, and
recruter
I
les
did
membres
not
absolus.
really understand what it meant
Je ne
by
comprenais pas vraiment ce que ça voulait
absolute.
dire.
I only
Absolute.
raised my hand, and then
Moi,
I
j'ai
was
levé la main.
recruited.
Et ensuite, on m'a
They
recruté.
said that those who raised the hand in that gathering
Ils
would
ont
be
dit que
considered
ceux qui
the
levaient la
absolute
main
members,
pendant
and then
la réunion
I
seraient
was
considérés comme des
eventually
membres
recruited.
absolus, et ensuite on m'a recruté.
Quand vous êtes entré dans l'armée,
When you joined the army,
vous avez tout de suite été affecté dans
were you
une
immediately
unité, dans un régiment
assigned to a
qui
unit,
était le
to a
régiment
regiment,
du district,
which was the
ou bien est-ce
district
que ce
regiment,
régiment est
or
un régiment
was
du secteur
this a
qui
sector
a ensuite
regiment
été
that later
partagé
on
entre
was
plusieurs districts?
spread over several districts?
Upon our recruitment, they
Quand ils nous ont
inscripted
recrutés,
us into the battalion
ils ont
stationed at Phnom
dans
Liep.
le bataillon qui était en garnison à Phnom Liep.
បានរយៈកាលក្រោយ
And then later on, they call for meeting, and then they screen us and Swai. they said that those who were from the 17th April people, they would be taken away, and then they were admitted to Phnom Srok military. So we were admitted into the district military unit in Phnom Srok.
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire quand vous dites
What
ceux
do
du
you
17
mean
avril
when you're
ont été
speaking, when
amenés
you
à
say
Phnom Srok?
that the 17 April people
Est-ce que
were
ça veut
brought
dire
to
que
Phnom
les
Srok? Does
gens
that
du
mean
17
that
avril,
the
on leur a donné des armes pour qu'ils soient des
17
soldats à
April
Phnom
people
Srok?
were given weapons to become soldiers in Phnom Srok? Is that what you mean?
They remove the 17 April people for the battalion members. They were for the old people only, people who were from the liberated zones. As for the 17 or new people, they were attached to the district military unit. So they sent me to the rear in Phnom Srok military unit.
Dans l'unité militaire du district de Phnom Srok.
Donc si je comprends bien, les gens du 17 avril sont devenus des militaires.
The 17 April people
Ou
became
bien est-ce qu'on les a
servicemen,
emmenés pour qu'ils soient
or were they
exécutés?
taken away to be
J'ai toujours
executed?
pas très bien compris.
I'm not very clear about this.
For the 17 April people,
Les 17 avril,
there were a mixture of educated and uneducated
parmi les 17 avril,
people.
il y avait des gens instruits, des
At that
gens qui
time,
n'étaient pas
the
instruits.
Angkar cadres had to screen them. They screened for the ignorant, the illiterate one, and then they recruited those who were educated. They would be taken and put into one group, and they were attached to the rear in the village. So at that time, they took me out as well from the list, and then they attached me to the Phnom Srok district military unit instead.
L'unité militaire du district de Phnom Srok.
Hier, si j'ai bien entendu, vous avez dit,
If I understood
à cette
well,
époque,
you said back
quiconque
then anyone
était éduqué
who was
était
educated
tué.
was killed.
Est-ce que c'est quelque chose que vous confirmez
Is
ou
this
est-ce que j'ai
something
mal entendu?
that you can confirm, or did I not understand correctly?
Those who were educated, for example, teachers,
Ceux qui étaient
once
instruits,
they found that we were educated, they were subject to execution. So those who were educated at that time had to pretend that they were illiterate. So at that time when I joined the army, I pretended to be illiterate as well. They taught some words and some writings and things like that to me, and I pretended as if I did not know how to write and read at that time. So I followed them in that learning session.
et je suis allé à cette séance d'études.
Bien.
Fine.
Je comprends donc
So
que vous faites partie d'une
I
unité de
understand
personnes qui
that
ont pris un
you
engagement
were
absolu,
part
qui
of a
fait
unit
partie d'une
that
unité du
took
district.
an absolute commitment that
Pour
was
autant,
part
ce
of
que
the
je n'ai pas
district
bien
unit.
compris,
However, what I
c'est
did not
à qui
understand,
vos supérieurs devaient faire rapport.
whom did your superiors have to report to?
Il y a peut-être des contradictions qu'il
There
faudrait
might
éclaircir.
be here a few contradictions
comprendre
that need to be
que vos
solved, and
supérieurs
I
faisaient
understood
rapport
that your superiors
au
would
chef du
report
district,
to the
qui
district
était
chief,
Ta'ak.
who was Ta'ak.
Mais j'ai aussi compris
But I also understood
que votre chef
that
pouvait faire
your
directement rapport
chief
à Ta'ang
could also
ou
report
Tapi,
to Ta'ang or to Tapi,
et que Ta'ang ou
and that
Tapi
Ta'ang and Tapi
étaient à la tête non pas du
were
district,
not at
mais
the
ils
head
faisaient
of the
partie du
district,
secteur
but
5.
that they were part of Sector 5.
J'ai également entendu tout
And
à
I
l'heure
also heard a little
que
earlier
lorsque
on
vous étiez à
that when
Trapeangma,
you were at Trapeang Small,
votre supérieur faisait aussi
your
rapport à
superior
Taval.
would also report to Taval.
Alors,
So,
est-ce qu'on faisait rapport à tout le monde en même
would they
temps?
report to everyone at the
Est-ce qu'il y a eu
same
des
time,
changements?
or were there any changes?
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous
Can you
éclaircir?
somehow shed some light on this?
When I was attached to Trapang Thmo construction work site, I was guarding that place. If the dam was broken, I would report it to Taval, and Taval would order to his subordinates to reinforce the workforce to the place in order to prevent it from being destroyed. And then Tahat would report it to the district committee.
On faisait référence au comité de district.
Donc c'est Taval qui en faisait référence au comité de district?
Taval who was being referred to at the district committee?
Ou Tanak?
Or was it Tanak?
Taval was the commander over there, so everything would report to him from the mobile units. All mobile units subordinate to Sector 5 had to report to Taval. They had to prepare all the reports from all mobile units to Taval.
Tous les rapports des unités mobiles étaient envoyés à Taval.
Est-ce que le barrage de Trapang-Thma, d'un point de vue géographique, était situé sur le district de Phnom Srok?
District in Phnom Srok district.
Yes, Trapang Thmo Dam was located in Phnom Srok district, Banteay Meanchey province.
Phnom Srok, province de Banteay Meanchey.
À un moment, vous avez évoqué que vous avez été envoyé pour monter la garde à un endroit, une forêt, qui s'appelle Chamkar Knoll, le jardin ou la plantation de jacquier. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire si à ce moment-là vous étiez toujours membre de l'armée du district de Phnom Srok, et est-ce que l'endroit où vous étiez était situé sur le district de Phnom Srok?
When they sent me to stand guard in Chamkar Ko road, I was at that time in the sector military in mid-1975.
L'unité militaire du secteur à la mi-1975.
D'accord.
Okay.
Donc, vous avez parfois été placé sous l'autorité de l'armée du secteur et parfois sous l'autorité de l'armée du district. Il y a eu des changements dans votre situation. Est-ce que c'est bien ce qu'on doit comprendre?
In your situation, is that what we must understand?
Before the sector military recruited the absolute members, and then later on they screened us, and then they segregated us. The 17 APRO people were attached to the district military unit, so we were subordinate to Tanak military unit attached to the district.
Bien.
Fine.
Quand vous montiez la garde à Chamkar Nord, est-ce que vous avez vu des camions militaires passer? Est-ce que vous avez vu des camions qui transportaient des prisonniers?
Trucks transporting prisoners.
No, I never saw
Non.
those trucks because I was standing guard along the road in Chamka Kno. In today's it is called Satmai. I was actually standing guard along that road.
Sartmai. Et moi, j'ai monté la garde le long de la route, ou en bord de route.
J'aimerais aussi éclaircir un point qui concerne les rapports entre l'armée et la milice. Vous avez dit que c'était essentiellement les miliciens qui avaient la charge d'arrêter les gens.
It was essentially the militiamen who were in charge of arresting people.
Vous aussi,
and you said that you as
vous
well
rentrez dans vos fonctions d'arrêter les gens et notamment les gens qui
had
tentaient de
arrested
s'enfuir.
people, in particular people who were trying to
Alors, est-ce
escape.
que vous pouvez nous préciser
So
comment
can
se
you
répartissaient
tell us
les rôles
how
entre
the work was
l'armée
shared
et les miliciens?
between the army and the militia?
កងទ័ពនិងកងឆ្លូកនេះគឺបែងចែកដាច់ពីគ្នាកងឆ្លូកគេមើលការខុសត្រូវក្នុងភូមិក៏ដើរតាមដានប្រជាជន
They had separate tasks. The militia got the work in the commune and village, and as for soldiers, they were in charge of monitoring people who fled into the jungles or they left the military unit.
Soit dans la jungle ou quittent, enfin désertent leurs unités militaires.
Quand les miliciens arrêtaient quelqu'un, à qui le remettaient-ils? Et est-ce qu'à un moment, ces personnes étaient remises aux soldats de l'armée?
And at any moment, were these persons transferred to the army?
Once the militiamen arrested the people, they would refer them to the HAT, the district committee, and sometimes they executed them by themselves.
Leur arrivait de les exécuter par eux-mêmes.
Donc les miliciens parfois
So the militiamen
exécutaient
sometimes
les
would
personnes arrêtées eux-mêmes.
execute the people that they had
Est-ce que
arrested
parfois,
themselves.
ces personnes arrêtées étaient remises
But
aux
sometimes
soldats de l'armée?
were these arrested people handed over to the army?
គេអត់ដែលបានប្រគល់មកអោយខាងកងទ័ព
They never refer to the military. They only refer to the upper echelon, and then they would refer to others because they had to report it to their chain of
Ils
command.
devaient en rendre des comptes selon la hiérarchie, en suivant la hiérarchie.
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire
Can you tell
quelles
us
étaient les mesures qui étaient prises
what measures were
pour
taken
surveiller la frontière avec la Thaïlande?
to
Est-ce qu'on
monitor
avait
the Thai
peur
border?
que les gens s'enfuient en
Were people
Thaïlande?
afraid that people
Et
would
quelles
flee
étaient
to
les
Thailand?
mesures qui ont
And what
été
were the
prises
measures
d'un
that
point
were
de vue militaire
taken from a military
pour
standpoint
surveiller la frontière?
to watch over the Thai border?
That I do not know the situation along Khmer-Thai border because I was somewhere in Phnom Klein, Kon Klein. Kon Klein was quite close to Trapang
Était assez proche
Dam.
Du barrage de Trapang Thmar.
And when I was over there, I never met people who were arrested on fleeing. That's why I did not know about it.
Et donc je ne le sais pas.
Est-ce que vous avez entendu parler de l'existence
Did you
de
ever
trois
hear
lignes
about the
de
existence of
front
three
de
front
combat
lines,
pour garder la frontière?
three battlefronts to guard
Est-ce
the
que vous avez
border?
entendu
Did
parler
you
de
ever hear
pièges en
about
bambou?
traps, about bamboo traps?
I heard it through rumors that at the time the elderly in the villages would sharpen the bamboo stick as a trap. At that time, they would send those bamboo sticks to the soldiers, and they would be taken to the border line. But I did not know how it all worked with the bamboo stick that was sent. But I heard some rumors about that.
Bien, hier, nous avons parlé des tests que l'on faisait passer aux personnes qui prétendaient avoir des problèmes de vision la nuit, de ne pas voir correctement la nuit. Est-ce que vous avez entendu parler de tests qui auraient consisté à faire marcher des gens de nuit sur des endroits où on aurait mis de la braise?
I never saw it. I only heard it from the mobile unit who was stationed close to my village. They said that those who pretended to have night vision problems, they would ask them to walk, past the hole. And if they really had the night vision problems, they would fall into the hole, but they would pull them back. But those who could avoid it, then they actually did not suffer from night vision problem. So those who actually fell into the hole, they would be saved, and they would be re-educated, and they advise them to avoid the so-called conscious illness. And if they were educated and then they did not correct themselves, the next time if they found repeating the same thing, they would eventually be killed.
Mais ça, ces tests avec les fosses, c'est quelque chose que vous avez vu, vous personnellement, ou
is this something that you saw personally or not?
No, I did not see it by myself. I heard it from other workers who have constructed them. He told me that one man pretended to have night vision problems, and then he asked them to rest at night, and then they were given the test to that man, and then he actually fell into that hole, and then this person was known as suffering from night vision problem. But the other one did not suffer from that. Then he avoid the hole. Then the unit chief pushed him into the hole, and then later he was saved, and then he was sent for criticism, for self-criticism, and then refashion. That's what I heard from one worker over there. Then I learned from him about that.
Et les tests où on fait marcher des gens de nuit à un endroit où il y a de la braise, vous l'avez entendu, vous l'avez vu?
Over embers. Did you hear about this? Did you see it?
No, that I never saw it by myself. I only heard from the mobile unit members. They talk from one to another.
Ou plutôt, j'ai entendu deux membres d'unité mobile en parler entre eux.
They work very hard, and some try to employ other tricks in order to avoid being forced to work.
D'autres astuces pour éviter d'avoir à travailler.
Tout à l'heure, vous avez parlé des billets de banque que vous auriez vus.
Banknotes that apparently you saw.
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous en dire un peu plus?
Tell us a little bit
À quel
more
moment
about this?
avez-vous vu
When
ces billets de
did you see these
banque?
banknotes?
À quelle période?
In which period?
Peu après le 17 avril 1975,
a little after
ou c'était peu avant l'arrivée des
1975,
Vietnamiens?
or was it a little bit before the Vietnamese arrived?
For the banknote, it was
La monnaie,
about 2 months before the arrival of the Vietnamese.
2 mois avant l'arrivée des Vietnamiens.
And then I heard from them that this was the banknotes for our salary. For combatants, we got about 10 real. And those who had, those who were in the head of the unit or so, they got 20 real. And then I asked, where you got this banknote from? He said, I got it from brothers. And then I took the notes and reviewed it. I saw in the notes there was pictures of people harvesting crops, people carrying hoes on that banknote. It was a bit dark brown in color on that note. And for about 2 months, the Vietnamese soldiers came and
2 mois
liberated.
plus tard, les Vietnamiens sont arrivés et ont libéré.
Donc, lorsque vous avez vu ces billets de banque,
So when you saw
à ce moment-là,
banknotes,
est-ce qu'on peut dire que les cadres
do we take it
de
that
la zone nord-ouest
during that
avaient
period,
déjà
cadres
été
from the
arrêtés
northwest
par les
zone
forces de
had
la zone
already been
sud-ouest?
arrested by forces from the southwest zone?
បាទពេលនោះគឺមុននោះគឺភូមិភាគពាយាបានភួតរដីចាប់បានអស់
But by that time, the Northwest
À ce
group
moment-là,
had all been
le groupe du
arrested
Nord-Ouest
by
avait
the
déjà
Southwest,
été
and the
entièrement
money
arrêté
was
par le Sud-Ouest.
organized by the latter group.
Et l'argent a été organisé par le deuxième groupe.
Je comprends pas trop. Vous voulez dire que ce sont les
I do
gens,
not quite understand
les
what
cadres
you're
du
saying.
sud-ouest
Do you mean
qui
that
ont
it was
organisé la circulation de monnaie dans la zone
cadres
nord-ouest?
of the southwest who organized the circulation of currency in the northwest zone?
អានឹងខ្ញុំដឹងអត់ដល់ទេប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំឮតែគ្នា
I do not have the full knowledge. However,
Je
I
ne savais
heard
pas
from
tout.
my peer that
Mais j'ai
he
entendu
got
de mes pères,
the note
d'un de mes pères qui
from
avait
the
eu un
elder
billet
brother, and by that
d'un
time, allow me to
frère
stress,
aîné.
all
Et
cadres
j'aimerais
in
dire
the
qu'à cette
northwest
époque-là,
zone had
tous les
been
cadres
rounded
de la
up and
zone
arrested,
nord-ouest avaient
and
déjà
the area
été
was under the
arrêtés,
control of the
et la
southwest
zone était
cadres.
contrôlée par les cadres du sud-ouest.
Bien. Je ne doute pas que les avocats de la défense aient beaucoup de questions à vous poser à ce sujet.
I have no doubt
Je
that,
n'ai pas d'autres
counsel
questions en ce
for
qui me
the
concerne
defense will have
à
a lot of
poser à ce
questions
témoin. Je vous
on
remercie, monsieur
this
le témoin.
subject.
Monsieur
I
le
have
président.
no further questions for the witness, Mr. President.
President, thank you, Judge
Président, je
Laverne.
vous remercie, juge Lavergne.
The chamber now hands the
Chambre
floor
va
to
présent
the
donner
defense
la parole
teams to
aux
put
équipes de
questions to
défense
this witness.
Pour qu'elle puisse
First,
interroger le
the floor
témoin.
is
Et la
given
parole est
to the
ordonnée
defense
en
team
premier
for
lieu à
Nguyen
l'équipe de
Chi.
défense de Nguyen
And
Chi.
counsel, you may
Maître, vous
proceed.
avez la parole.
Thank you,
Maître Coquet,
Mr. President.
merci, Monsieur le Président.
Good morning, Mr. Witness.
Monsieur le témoin, bonjour.
I have indeed quite a few questions
J'ai en
for
effet
you
un certain nombre de questions à vous
to
poser.
put to you. I would like to start
Je souhaite commencer
with questions relating
par
to
des questions portant
exactly when
sur
you
le
were
moment exact
guarding
auquel
as a militiaman the
pendant
Trapping
lequel
Tma Dam,
vous montiez
because
la
that's
garde
still
attrapé en
quite
Tma.
confusing to me.
Parce que pour moi, il y
I
a
understand
là
it's
encore
difficult
une
to
certaine confusion. Je comprends
think
bien
in terms of months and dates.
qu'il est difficile
But,
de penser en termes de mois et de dates.
If I would provide you some of these dates, maybe that would somehow
Mais peut-être que
refresh
si
your
je
memory,
vous
Mr.
fournissais
Witness.
des dates, cela vous rafraîchirait la mémoire, monsieur le témoin.
Yes, the day before yesterday, in
Avant-hier,
the same courtroom,
ici, dans le même
we
prétoire.
heard a witness
Nous avons
say
entendu un
that
témoin nous
the
dire
work at
que
the
le
Tapping
travail
Dam
au barrage de
started on the
Trapean-Otma
14th
avait
of
commencé
February
le 14 février
1977,
1977
and that just before Khmer New Year,
et
mid-April
que mi-avril
77, the work
1977,
was finished.
juste avant la nouvelle année Khmer,
We
le
also
travail
have
était terminé.
A copy of a speech
Nous avons également
that
une copie
the
d'un
Northwest Zone
discours
leader Ross Nim or Runim
que
gave
Ross
in
Nim
December
a
1977
en
before
décembre
Chinese guests,
1977
during which he
devant
said
des hôtes chinois,
that the work at the
au cours
dam
duquel il disait que le
was
travail au
completed
barrage était
within
terminé,
a period
avait
of
été
2 months.
terminé en l'espace de 2 mois.
And in addition to this, there's also a revolutionary
Outre
flag
cela, il y a
of
également
June
un
77
numéro de
saying
juin
that the
77
work
de
was
l'étendard
finished in May
révolutionnaire qui dit que le
77.
travail s'était achevé en mai 1977.
Now, would it be possible that when you
Est-il possible ainsi
performed your duty
que
as a
lorsque
militiaman at the
vous
Tapping Khmer
acquittiez
Dam
de vos
worksite, that
obligations
was
sur le
between
site du barrage de
mid-February
Trapean-Otma,
and sometime the end of April
cela a
1977?
été quelque part entre mi-février et fin juin 1977.
I do not get your question, Counsel.
Pourriez-vous répéter la question?
I understand it was a long question. What I did was giving some
Je vous donnais
evidence on specific dates during
certains
which
éléments de
the dam
preuve
was
au sujet des
constructed.
dates
And this evidence suggests
de
that the
construction du
dam
barrage.
was
D'après ces
constructed
éléments,
between mid-February 1977
le barrage a été construit
and
entre mi-février
Khmer New Year
1977
77,
et la
maybe
nouvelle
a few
année
weeks
Khmer
longer.
1977.
So my question to you is, would it be possible that you
Ma
worked
question est donc la
as a
suivante.
militia
Est-il
guard at
possible
the
que
dam
vous ayez travaillé
between
en tant que garde milicien sur
mid-February
le février, sur le
1977
barrage
and April-May
de Trapean-Otma,
1977?
quelque part entre mi-février 1977 et avril ou mai 1977.
Well, I was on my guard duty at the worksite,
Réponse. Quand j'étais sur le site et que
and that
je
was
montais la
under
garde dans le
the
cadre
instruction
de
of
mes
TANAC.
obligations,
We were
je
there
faisais
to
sous
guard the
l'instruction
dam
de TANAC. Nous
worksite.
étions là pour monter la
And
garde.
at that time, the
Sur le
dam
site du barrage, à
was
cette
not
époque-là,
fully
le barrage
completed.
n'était pas encore
And then
complètement
the
terminé.
Southwest group arrived,
Et
and
le
TANAC's
groupe du
group
Sud-Ouest est
was
arrivé. Le
arrested.
groupe de TANAC a
Then
été
we
arrêté.
were removed
Puis,
from
nous
the
avons
damned
été
worksite
retirés
and
du site
reintegrated
du barrage
into
et
a mobile unit
dans une unité mobile
at the village level, not at the
au
sector
niveau du
level.
village, non pas au niveau
Then
du
I was
secteur.
assigned to go and pick up
On m'a demandé
cow dung.
d'aller ramasser les bouses de
In
vache.
fact, we were assigned to do that work under the pretext that
Et
we
en
would
fait,
later on be arrested
on nous
and
a
killed.
demandé de faire ce travail
And we
sous le
tried not to
prétexte
make
que
any
par
mistake
la
during
suite,
this
nous
period of
allions
time.
être arrêtés et
But
exécutés. Il ne fallait
allow
pas
me,
faire
excuse
d'erreur
me, to
pendant cette
interrupt you. Maybe I
période.
should
Donc,
ask it differently.
excusez-moi de vous interrompre, mais peut-être devrais-je reformuler la
Do you
question
know
et vous la poser différemment. Savez-vous
whether the Tapping Khmer Dam worksite
Si le
was,
site-
the construction of it was finished
si la
by the time
construction du
it was
barrage
Khmer New Year in
était
1977?
terminée avant la nouvelle année Khmer en 1977?
ពេលនោះខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងតាខែណាឆ្នាំណា
I
ទេ
did not know which month the
Réponse.
dam construction
Je
was
ne savais
completed.
pas pendant quel mois le barrage a été terminé.
However, I know that after our group had been
Mais-
reassigned,
Après que notre groupe a été réaffecté,
and I only saw a small number of
je n'ai vu
mobile unit workers working on the dam, and there were only about 100 of them. But allow me to stress, I cannot recall the exact period.
I understand. Let me try another question. Had you left the Trapiang Tma Dam work site by the time Taval was arrested?
Avant que Taval ne soit arrêté.
My group left the website after Taval Tana and his group had been arrested. And there were only 90 soldiers who remained on site. Then we were instructed to lay down our arms, and then we were reassigned into the mobile unit under the control of Tamaung. And Tamaung was a person from the southwest.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere, Mr. Witness. Do you recall how many days or how many weeks it was after Taval's arrest that you were reassigned?
Avant que vous ne soyez redéployé?
Taval and his group had been arrested for a fortnight. Then they came to conduct a research amongst the Northwest soldiers, that is us, working at the dam work sites. Then we were called to gather at the Phnom Srok district office to lay down our arms there. And after that, we were reassigned to work in a mobile unit.
Travailler dans les unités mobiles.
Okay, it seems clear to me now, Mr. Witness,
très bien,
when you left the dam. Now let's try to see if we can figure out when exactly you arrived at the dam. Do you recall when you arrived for the first time at the dam, whether there were 10,000 or 15,000 people already working? Or did these people still have to come?
Qui travaillaient déjà, ou si ces personnes n'étaient pas encore arrivées et devaient arriver.
After I had been reassigned to work in a mobile unit, I went to pick up cow dungs, and I saw 100 people remained on site at the dam work site in order to guard and to maintain the dam in case there was a crack on the dam wall. But I cannot recall when it was, whether it was still in 76 or in 1977.
I'm not sure if I entirely follow your answer, but were you stationed at the dam before all those thousands of mobile unit workers would arrive?
Avant l'arrivée de ces milliers de travailleurs.
How many weeks or days was that before?
De jours ou combien de semaines avant l'arrivée de ces travailleurs?
The large number of mobile units were actually reassigned to work at the Trapiang Srine dam work site, and only a small number of mobile unit workers remained on site to do the maintenance and the repair work.
I'm sure it's my question, Mr. Witness, but one last time. When you first laid eyes on the dam, were there already many people working?
beaucoup de gens en train
or
de
did the
travailler,
work still have to
ou
start?
bien le travail n'avait-il pas encore commencé?
When I first saw workers at the dam,
lorsque pour la première fois j'ai vu des
and that was when I
travailleurs,
was at Kon Klein area, I
lorsque
saw
j'étais à
people
Kon Klein,
conducting the measurement and the
j'ai
land
vu des
surveying
personnes en train
at the
d'arpenter
Tribunal
le
dam
sol
worksite.
sur le site du barrage de Trapéantement.
And after,
Et après,
I saw the sector mobile unit
j'ai vu
workers
les
coming down
travailleurs de l'unité mobile du secteur
to the site,
venir
and
sur
actually
le
they
site.
were gathered from various
Et
villages
ils étaient
and
rassemblés
communes
depuis
within the
plusieurs villages et
sector,
communes au sein
and
du
there were
secteur.
tens of thousands
Il y avait
of
des
them
dizaines de milliers
working
d'entre eux
at the
qui
dam
travaillaient.
worksite.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Witness. Now,
Très bien, je vous remercie, Monsieur le témoin.
one other thing which is something that I'm not quite sure if I understand correctly. In
Il y a une autre chose que je ne suis
your
pas certain d'avoir bien
statement to the
compris.
investigators of
Dans ce que vous
the
avez dit
investigating judge,
aux
in question
enquêteurs des co-juges d'instruction, question
30,
30,
you said the following. The question is,
vous dites
before you were
La question
recruited
est,
as a district
avant
soldier, how long
d'avoir
had
été
you
choisi
worked
et
at the
engagé dans
Traping
l'armée du
Tama
district,
Dam?
combien de temps avez-vous travaillé au
And then you
barrage de
answered,
Trapéantement?
I did not
Votre
work
réponse
for
est,
long.
je n'ai pas travaillé longtemps
I
là-bas.
stayed there for around 10 days.
10 jours peut-être,
Then they recruited me as a Phnom
avant
Srop
d'être
district
enrôlé
soldier.
dans l'armée de district en tant que soldat.
So what is exactly this period of 10 days referring to?
Cette période de 10 jours, à quoi fait-elle référence exactement?
When I was a soldier, and that
Réponse.
I
Lorsque j'étais soldat
was there for the 10-day period,
et que j'étais là-bas pendant
I
la
still
période de 10
remained
jours,
at the vicinity of
je
the
suis
Trapéantement
resté dans
Dam.
les barrages du barrage de Trapéantement.
All right, I will move on,
Maître Cobo, très bien,
Mr. Witness.
j'avance, monsieur le témoin.
And that is relating to your guarding duty.
Je passe à présent
In your DC Chem statement,
votre travail
English
qui
ERN
consistait à monter la garde dans votre procès verbal d'audition RN en anglais
0072 8728 and Khmer 007333027. You said at Traping Tama
Vous dites,
there weren't
à Trapéantement,
too many troops.
il n'y avait pas
There was only a
beaucoup de
military
troupes. Il n'y avait
platoon.
qu'une
There were many troops at
section
Kham Kleng.
militaire. Il y avait beaucoup de troupes à Kham Kleng.
Question, therefore there was
Question.
only a military platoon at Traping
Donc,
Tama
il n'y
Dam?
avait
Yes, a platoon
Qu'une
of
seule
Ta'a.
section, oui, une section de Ta'a.
Was one of the instructions from Ta'a to
L'une
the
des
members of this
instructions de
platoon
Ta'a aux membres de cette section était-elle
to guard all
de monter la
10,000 or
garde
15,000
les 10 000
workers?
monter la garde et surveiller les
This
10
platoon,
000 ou 15 000
was that deemed
travailleurs?
sufficient to
Est-ce que l'on
guard
estimait
all those
qu'une
people?
section était suffisante pour monter la garde auprès de toutes ces personnes?
Ta'at was in charge of
Réponse. Ta'at était responsable
of a platoon, and
d'une
he
section.
assigned his subordinates
Et
to
il
guard
avait
along
nommé ses
the
subordonnés
crest of the
pour
dam
monter la garde le long de la
at
crête du barrage.
Prolongton Trien and at Khming Trai. That's
Et
the two areas
voilà
he
les
placed
deux
his
endroits
guards.
où il avait placé ses gardes.
How many men were in this
Question.
platoon?
Et combien d'hommes y avait-il dans cette section?
In the platoon, there were
Réponse.
30
Il y
members,
avait 30 membres dans la section.
ដាក់មួយកំលែង
and they were placed. One group was placed at one location, and another group was placed at the second location, as I mentioned.
Comme je l'ai dit.
And what was exactly the instruction for the one group, and what was the instruction from Ta'at to the other group? What were both groups supposed to do exactly?
Que devaient faire les deux groupes exactement?
Ta'at gave instructions to his subordinates to stand guard and to monitor if any worker attempted to flee.
Pour voir si des travailleurs essayaient de s'enfuir.
In your DC Camp statement,
question dans votre procès verbal de ou plutôt dans votre entretien avec le CDCAM, en anglais 007
you said that when you were guarding there were actually no escapees.
Personne ne s'échappait.
But I'm wondering how
je m'interroge.
Ta'at thought it was possible to guard 15,000 or even 20,000 workers with only so few men in one platoon.
30 000 ouvriers avec si peu d'hommes dans une section.
He assigned those soldiers to guard there,
il avait désigné
and that they had to work 24 hours shift, and the shift had to be constantly on rotation. And workers did not dare to flee as they were not familiar with the location, and it was near jungles, that is Prey Kla and Prey Domrey.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. I will move on now to ask you some questions about Taval. Is it correct when I say that the time that you worked at the dam, the vast majority of that time, Taval was the leading commander?
Taval était le commandant en chef.
I don't get your question, Counsel.
Je n'ai pas compris votre question.
The period that you were guarding as a militiaman at the dam,
à la période où vous montiez la garde en tant que milicien
was
sur le
Taval
barrage,
at all time
est-ce que c'est Taval qui a
the
en tout
responsible
moment
commander for the work at the dam?
assumé la responsabilité de commandant sur le barrage?
The
dam construction work site, Taval was overall in charge
C'était Taval qui était
in Sector 5.
général dans le secteur 5.
In fact, he was in charge of all the dam construction projects within Sector 5, as there were many mobile units which had been deployed to various dam work sites, including Spien Strain, Renteh Bang, and Tropang Tbo dam work sites. So he was in charge of all the forces in the sector mobile units. He was also in charge of those mobile unit workers working at the village level. They were all under his supervision.
So it was Taval who was responsible for the working conditions, for the working times, for the treatment of people who were sick. That's correct, isn't it?
C'est exact.
For workers who fell sick,
pour les travailleurs qui tombaient malades,
they would be checked by medical staff on site. However, these medical staff did not have any modern medicine. They only had traditional medicine. Sometimes they made these soft pellets from herbs for the treatment of various fevers and other conditions. And in fact, the pellet was about the size of a thumb. It was pretty large. And for the current time, I don't think we can swallow it.
But, Mr. Witness, the testimony that you have been giving this morning and yesterday about all the things that you saw while at the dam, things that people were suffering from, etc. That was all, from the very beginning till the end, the responsibility of Taval. Is that correct?
C'était bel et bien la responsabilité de Taval. Est-ce exact?
From 1925 until the day the regime fell, Taval was overall in charge in the area. Whether it was the forces in the mobile units or not.
In fact, when asked by the investigator of DCCAM, you called the Trapeang Khmer Dam, quote unquote, the Taval Dam.
Le barrage, je cite, de Taval. Est-ce exact? Est-ce que cette affirmation est exacte?
Yes, people in Sector 5, that is in Banteay Meanchey province, knew that the dam was also referred to as Taval's dam, as he was overall in charge there, and he was the one who led the forces to build the dam.
Qui devait diriger les forces pour construire le barrage.
So that dam was referred to as Taval, and not only that, the Tribunal dam, the other dams, including the dam at Premon, were also referred to as Taval's dams, as they were initiated and built by him.
Now, Mr. Witness, let's talk a little bit about this Taval. You have yourself described him as an absolutist person.
Décrit cette personne comme étant absolutiste.
Was Taval, in your recollection, a vicious, mean person, or was he a kindly and gentle person? Kind and gentle person.
Méchante et perverse, ou était-il plutôt une personne gentille et généreuse?
Manu Taval ni cứ manu kër kaaj na.
Taval was a very mean person.
Taval était une personne très méchante.
His words were very mean and nobody dared to look at his face.
Ses paroles étaient méchantes et personne n'osait le regarder en face.
If he found out that a person committed an offense, then he would send that person to be executed, and that the reason people feared him.
Personne à l'exécution, c'est pourquoi tout le monde le craignait.
Let me, Mr. Witness, refer to a few things that other people who were quite familiar with Taval have said about him. There is one person who called him a very unkind and ruthless man, very good at reprimanding others. He was a killer and a very vicious person. Would you agree with these?
Êtes-vous d'accord avec ces qualificatifs?
President, Mr. Witness, please hold on, and the Deputy Co-Prosecutor, you have the floor.
Vous avez la parole.
I mean, I think the witness has already given his own testimony about this. But if counsel wants to refer other documents, I think he should identify it. I don't think he should be
providing his own characterization. If he wants to refer these statements to the witness, I'm not sure why, given the witness's testimony and answer, why it's necessary, but I think you should specifically reference the documents that he wants to use here.
No problem. When I was saying very good at reprimanding others, very unkind and ruthless, I was referring to E3/8991. I think it's wiser not to give the name of this particular person yet. English ERN 009699903 and Khmer 0073623. When I was saying that Daval was a killer, I referred to E3/7805, English ERN 002778115, and Khmer 002677743. And there was another witness who called Daval very vicious, and that was E3/9052. English, ERN, and Khmer, I will give you, Mr. President, with your leave later. So these are the apparently characteristics of Daval. Mr. Witness, do you agree with these, what these witnesses have to say about Daval?
From my observation, the way he spoke and the way he worked, he was very mean, and we should not make any mistake and let him know. President, thank you, Council. The time is appropriate for our lunch break. We take a break now and resume at 1:30 this afternoon so that we can continue our proceedings. Court officer, please assist the witness at the waiting room for witnesses and civil parties during the lunch break, and invite him, including his duty counsel, back into the courtroom at 1:30 this afternoon. Security personnel, you are instructed to take Kirsampon to the waiting room downstairs and have him returned to attend the proceedings this afternoon before 1:30. The court is now in recess.
សូមអញ្ជើញក្រកឈរ